Welcome back to Championship Court as we get set for our women's doubles winners bracket final. The number 2 seed Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge squaring off against the 4 seed Bobbi Oshiro and Millie Rane, who took down the top seeded Simone Jarging and Paris Todd. This is a pair that has played before, and it played out in favor of Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge back in St. Louis.
Yeah, and what we see, there's so many good things that we see from Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge, and here's one of them. It's the offensive lob. And you watch Susannah Barr recognize the open area. She hides it very well. Last second, flips it up over the top. And now watch Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr hold that kitchen line. They'll hold up there, continue to control this point. Megan Fudge gets the first overhead. They get it back. The counter from Barr, and it is all she wrote right there. But Chad and I constantly talk about when the players at home that are watching at home right now, a lot of players get that lob up and over their opponents, and what happens is they get that lob up and over, and they back away from the kitchen line. That's the last thing you want to do, and we see it all the time. When you get a lob up and over your opponents, and they're going to let that ball bounce and retreat to the baseline, you should be holding that kitchen line there nice and tight and making sure that they feel your pressure.
So a good rule of thumb with that offensive lob, one, try to make it look as much like your dink as possible. But two, if you see the back of the head of your opponents, hug the kitchen line. If you see their face, take a step back, get into defensive mode, because you haven't got that lob deep enough and they're going to hit an overhead at you.
Bobbi Oshiro, the 29-year-old out of Plantation, Florida, was a gold medalist at APP Daytona Beach, playing alongside Millie Rane. The duo won the silver medal in St. Louis. Millie Rane, 25 years old, 4 total medals on tour this year, makes her home in Boca Raton, Florida. Guys, what should we expect to see in this matchup? How may it differ from what we saw in St. Louis?
I mean, right now you're seeing a team that's playing very confidently with Fudge and Barr. They're playing aggressively. They're speeding up when they want to. They're dictating the pace of play. Against Oshiro and Rane, though, they were kind of doing the same thing, right? We saw a very aggressive Millie Rane pulling the trigger, setting up Bobbi Oshiro, but then also 2 great defenders in Rane and Oshiro. So they're going to stay in some points. So it's going to be an interesting kind of feeling out process, I think, to start this matchup.
Maybe the biggest surprise is in the back draw, the duo of Simone Jarging and Paris Todd have withdrawn, so they are no longer in the tournament. The top seed knocked down to the back draw by Oshiro, and Rane no longer in the tournament at all, so they will not have a chance to medal. Alex Trong, Vivian Glausman moving into that bronze medal match.
No,
they're still in the back draw, excuse me.
Let's play one more.
One before the bronze.
Yep. They are waiting for the game between Arokina Gecheva, Emily Ackerman, and Riley Bonert. The winner of that will move into the bronze medal match, facing the loser of this game.
Yep.
Serving on my left, Megan Fudge, Susannah Barr. Correction, Susannah Barr.
Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge to serve first.
Game 1, time in, 0-0-2.
Rane pushing the backhand long, point for Barr and Fudge.
I like that pressure, though, from Millie Rane right there, trying to flip that ball backside on Susannah Barr.
Why did you like that pressure from Rane trying to go to that spot on Barr?
Barr's going to sit there in the middle with that backhand. She's looking to counter with that backhand. If she goes backside, it's her forehand on the outside part. I like that spot.
How about the reaction there from Barr to play the net cord?
Yeah, that's a situation where it catches just a little too much net cord and it pops straight up. Barr able to make that adjustment. It's an easy overhead back down through the middle. You want a ball like that, where it catches the net cord and just dribbles over, or it's like just a little small jump up.
I think she's known for that, too.
Oh, beautiful shot from Barr, sliding the forehand past Oshiro for the point.
Yeah, and that's a situation right there that's going to frustrate you. Rane had Barr pinned back at the baseline. She's hitting balls down, 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 down. Barr's dropping the paddle down, gets back up to the kitchen line, and then flips the script. In that situation, just like that, you need to change some pace, create an angle, not keep going straight back at that player.
Barr comes up short as Oshiro and Rane are on the side out.
0-2-1.
Fudge can't come up with the backhand. Oshiro and Rane get on the board. What has started out as a cool day here outside of Dallas has heated up very quickly.
Well, it's still cool at 71. It's just that you're all in black and standing in the sun.
You are also all in black.
I know, but I'm in the shade.
Fine.
Well, our booth is kind of cut in half right now.
A nice spot right there from Susannah Barr. She doubles up on the backhand side of Millie Rane.
1-2-2.
Rane comes up short on the third.
Well, that's moving through the motion there as well. Not quite getting that solid base.
Couple of counters go the way of Megan Fudge as she's able to put the backhand away.
Well, it's what we've seen in the last like two and a half weeks is the emergence of the defense to offense from Megan Fudge and how good it is right now.
3-1-1.
There was another example there in the middle of the point. What is allowing Fudge's transition to be so good?
Well, again, it's the little things. It's her footwork. She's in a good position. She's just making sure she gets a good paddle on the ball every single time. And then when she finds her opportunity, she goes for it.
Rane able to go right into the body of Susannah Barr.
Yeah, first offensive lob good, second offensive lob not so much. So on the second one, the difference between the first and the first one, Barr got extended, which helped to push that ball deep. That last one, she kind of hinged at the elbow and just fed that easy overhead.
Step over from Fudge.
Well, and that too right there, to your point, Dorian, that's what Megan Fudge is doing really well too right now. Is when Susannah Barr's thirds are on, Megan Fudge can play really freely, and right now that's exactly what's happening. And she's coming up and doing a little shake and bake.
Barr with a little bit of a chicken wing. Side out goes back over to Oshiro and Rane.
Yeah, that's a good spot from Rane. She goes cross body, goes into the right shoulder. Barr meant to be sitting on the backhand there with that ball down the line. And another good spot from Rane going right into that right hip and jamming up Barr.
Rane cutting it too fine, catches the net. Second server is Oshiro and Rane trailing by 3 here early on in game 1 of the women's doubles winners bracket final. Barr just pushes that ball back right at the feet of Bobbi Oshiro.
What's that little mini scorpion, right, we talk about? A little half scorp, what are we calling it now? The half scorp where she gets on top of that and pounds that down.
5-2-1.
Another point for Barr and Fudge.
Yeah, and again, the win behind Rane and Oshiro. And if that paddle face is laying back at the point of contact, that ball is going to sail, and that's exactly what happened with Rane's forehand.
Oshiro's smart decision goes right into the hip of Megan Fudge.
Well, it's a great spot by Bobbi Oshiro. She's recognizing that Fudge is timing everything up, but she's timing it up right now mostly to her backhand, and so she goes inside to that right hip.
Fudge finding room through the middle of the court, another point.
Yeah, it's a good reach in there from Barr to create the opening. Again, reaching in, going cross into that left knee of Bobbi Oshiro, which ends up pushing her out wider as she tries to reset that.
Barr just got her feet caught a little bit there. Side out, back over to Oshiro and Rane.
Yeah, usually Fudge is coming over and going to finish that. I think she left that. I think she thought Barr was a little further up than she was.
Fudge puts it away at the feet of Bobbi Oshiro, second server. 2-7-2. Fudge called the ball out, or was that Barr that called it out?
I think Barr called it out, and then they asked the ref, and ref confirmed it was out.
They're trying to go offensive lob, and it ends up being a side out.
Winds at their back. That's the only reason that ball got pushed out, or else that was a good lob.
Good put away there from Millie Rane.
Well, it's a better aggressive play there from Rane and Oshiro, putting the pressure on, not allowing Barr and Fudge to come up to that kitchen line.
Oh,
there again.
A couple of nice forehands from Millie Rane earn the side out.
Well, what she does right now is she's done the last two is she stepped back off the drop, off the third shot drop, and then made a decision early on to pull the trigger on the fourth. Once she jammed up Barr, next one she jams up. Oh yeah, here they come now. It's just all pressure here from Oshiro and Rane.
3-7-1. Barr misplays the serve. Another point for Oshiro and Rane, now trailing by 3.
4-7-1.
Barr well within the court. Enough top spin to bring that ball back down.
Enough wind assistance.
That too.
On that one.
Listen.
if that's the other direction, that ball's 3 feet out instead of 3 feet in.
Another point for Oshiro and Rane.
5-7-2.
5-7-2 now. That time it does roll long, another point, and it is now a 1-point game here after it looked like Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge had game 1 in control.
Well, Rane and Oshiro are setting the tempo now. They've increased it, they're putting the pressure on, and they're playing that faster pace.
Elevated ball, Oshiro into the body of Barr to tie things at 7 apiece.
It's a good comeback here from Rane and Oshiro. It started with Rane stepping up and putting that pressure on with the drives. Now they're moving that ball around, creating the pop-up. We'll go to the unstack here.
Barr stepping in to end a 5-point run.
Bobbi Oshiro frustrated with herself in that position right there. She just mimicked herself as she just stuck her butt out to reach for it instead of moving her feet to reach for it, because she could be there, just didn't move her feet to get into position.
7-7-1 now.
Huge run from Rane and Oshiro.
Fudge can't come up with the defensive lob.
Now, good pressure there from Rane and Oshiro. Once that ball was up, they kept that pressure on. Hard pace balls down and inside the court. Wow.
Another forehand from Millie Rane goes through the court to earn a side out as they keep Fudge and Barr from scoring on their service game once again.
Yeah, firefight. Rane and Oshiro are anticipating that everything is coming back now and that everything's coming back with pace. So they're not being surprised by these balls when they're Ooh. Oh, she almost got back.
She did. That was almost a perfect reset.
Have we kept statistics on if Bobbi Oshiro is the most hit player on the APP tour?
7-7-2.
A little bit of help there from the net cord. The backspin increased as it came over the net from Rane.
And a lead here for Oshiro and Rane.
First lead of the game, 8-7-2. Oh, Rane got distracted by the no call. It's a side out. Unlucky break there.
Not sure if she got distracted by the no call other than the fact of where that ball ended up. I think she thought that it was going to get sped up at her waist, but it got pushed down at her feet, and she wasn't expecting the ball there. Her paddle was up around where it should have been.
7-8-1.
7-8-1. It's the first time Fudge and Barr have trailed today. Fudge stepping in, very calmly delivering that backhand for the point.
Yeah, it was all about the spot there for Fudge. Oshiro sliding to the right to create a little bit of space. Rane trying to come back.
8-all. Elevated ball, easy put away for Millie Rane.
Yeah, great job by Bobbi Oshiro resetting that last one, and then Rane stepping in with that forehand and finding the opening.
8-8-2.
She changed.
Oshiro, yeah, changed her mind.
I think she changed her mind like 4 times as that ball was in the air. She had so many options of what to do with that ball.
9-8-2.
9-8-2. Wide open middle court. Rane takes advantage to earn the side out.
Perfect spot down the middle from Millie Rane as Fudge wasn't, or excuse me, Barr was not pinched to the middle.
8-9-1.
Another good spot there from Rane. Sets up like she's going to go down the line and then goes at the left shoulder of Barr. Gets it, trying to come over for that frac, but it's too deep.
Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr want to take a timeout. Let's take the time to look back at our Vlasic firefights of the match. This was from earlier in this match between Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge and Bobbi Oshiro and Millie Rane.
Yeah, nice reach in there from Oshiro. Trying to clear herself there, but it's the ball down the line that gets past her.
Well, one of the things that's so impressive about the women's game, right, is the firefights and the hand speed at the kitchen line that makes it so entertaining.
Well, yeah, we see more and more of that at the women's side of things as these hands battles. A lot of the women will play a foot or two off that kitchen line to clear their hands and make sure that they can stay in those battles. The men really typically don't get into that because of the fact of the pace of some of those balls. But yes, women's doubles, we are not shy to say is one of our favorites to watch.
9-9-1. Oshiro can't come up with the ball moving through the transition zone.
Oshiro rushed that one coming forward. Didn't need to crash as hard.
Ooh, that's a tough leave too, because that ball's splitting the difference and you're uncoiling on the stack.
9-9-1.
Still locked at 9 here in game 1 of the women's doubles winners bracket final. Rane trying to speed up a ball below the net, and it gives Barr and Fudge game point.
I think she changed her mind too.
Yeah, that's the kiss of death.
10-9-1.
10-9-1. Some stellar defense allows Susannah Barr and Megan Fudge to hold off a late run by Bobbi Oshiro and Millie Rane. The 2 seed take game 1 11-9. We'll be back with game 2 action here on Championship Court at the 2023 APP Dallas Open.
At Typical Insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the 3rd health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I finally feel in control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
If you like to dink, then Pickleball Magazine has what you're looking for. Our bi-monthly print publication will help you become a better player with instructional tips, drills, and articles from the top teaching pros in the sport. And you'll become a healthier, stronger player with psychological, nutritional, and wellness advice from experts in their fields. Finally, if it's product reviews or the latest news, we have that too. To learn more or to subscribe today, go to pickleballmagazine.com.
From the Volpe family to yours. Fine cured meats we've been crafting since 1902. Our secrets are simple. Care comes from the time it takes to do things right. Character comes from the hard work and determination it takes to make it. Craft comes from the traditions passed down over 4 generations. Delicious doesn't need to be complicated. That's the Volpe way, where passion and love go into everything we do. From John and Armando and Lorenza and Gianna. From our family to yours.
We save time when we buy and book online at discounttire.com.
Which means more time
Take a check.
Kyle, it's pickleball.
Every time. 002.
Get 30% shorter average wait time when you buy and book online at discounttire.com.
The APP is presented by Selkirk, Rainstorm, State Farm, and Tervis.
Welcome back to Championship Court as we get set for game 2 here of the women's doubles winners bracket final. The number 2 overall seed Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr outlasting Bobbi Oshiro and Millie Rane in game 1 11-9. It felt at points that Oshiro and Rane were going to do to Fudge and Barr what they did to Todd and Jarjing earlier in the afternoon. We are underway in game 2. Rane stepping across, but Fudge right there to finish.
I love it. I love the aggressiveness right there from Millie Rane coming across. That's how they got back in it, by putting pressure on. But yes, it felt like another match like that match against Jarjing and Todd.
0-0-1.
Fudge puts away the overhead cross court. Points for the 2 seed.
A little left-handed there for Barr.
Barr reaching in the bag of tricks. A tough serve from Susannah Barr. Wow.
Again, it's the give and take. You go for it. Eventually you may miss one, but I like the pressure put on by the big serve.
Push off.
Foot fault by Bobbi Oshiro.
Millie
Rane. Now trying to get back in time for that lob off the paddle of Susannah Barr.
Oh.
A little over-aggressive from Fudge. Rane able to put it away.
Yeah, again, but that's their game right now, and, you know, I don't mind it. You're up 3-0. You're going for it. You get ahead right there. You're a 4-0-1. You're in control.
Do it until your opponent proves they can beat you. Oh, Fudge tried to make the adjustment, but couldn't come back up with the forehand.
Chad, it's like pulling a string on a changeup, right? It's like it looks like a beach ball, but then you just swing over the top of it.
Barr tries to go inside out on the forehand.
Well, it's a very aggressive angle from that inside out right there, too.
Gets Oshiro and Rane on the board at 1-3-1. What a point won by Millie Rane off the forehand wing.
Wow, some great exchanges here. Megan Fudge with a little flick overhead on the lob. Not able to put it away.
Fudge trying for the backhand roll, pushes it long, tied at 3 apiece.
Well, and that's the end change difference right there as well. So for Barr and Fudge, though, hitting into the wind, that ball would have dropped in. That one getting pushed just a little bit deep. So they have to be a little more delicate on this side with those speed ups and the attacks.
That lob landing right on the line for Susannah Barr.
Yeah, another good use of the offensive lob there, landing right, like you said, right inside the line. But then the next ball from Fudge, deep as well, getting the feet of Oshiro.
Is that the combination that makes the offensive lob so effective, is that your partner then goes back deep to force your opponents to stay back?
It depends on the ball that's given to you. If they drop it back into the kitchen, then it just turns into another transition and you're trying to find the feet wherever they are. But you know, if that ball sits up, then you're just going to keep pushing them back at the baseline.
Rane called it out. The call will stand. Another point for Oshiro and Rane.
Yeah, no chance to save from this angle.
No.
Five, 3-2.
5-3-2.
Barr trying to handle the net court as she and Megan Fudge finding themselves trailing by 3. It is the largest deficit they've faced. There was no more than a 1-point margin in favor of Oshiro and Rane in game 1. Might have been on its way out, but Susannah Barr says, thank you very much. I'll just make sure it's a point in my favor.
Well, anything's possible with that one as well because it wasn't really hit that hard.
And the wind's at their back.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, might as well.
Ooh.
1-2 combination off the body. Easy put away for Fudge.
So game of runs here. 3-0 run by Fudge and Barr to start. Then a 6-0 run for Oshiro and Rane to take that lead.
4-6-1.
But now Fudge and Barr end that and get on the board.
The double, it's almost a double take back there from Fudge because it caught the net cord.
Has that double clutch effect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Four, 6-2 here in game number 2. Barr and Fudge took game 1, 11-9.
Oh, no.
Off the net cord into the body of Oshiro, and by my count, that's the third time already in this match that Oshiro has worn one.
And she wore a bunch in the game, in the match against Todd and Jarjim as well.
Ooh,
Barr
wow.
playing some tremendous defense to keep them in that point.
Get up. Get on top of that overhead right there. So again, a game of runs.
3-0 run for Barr and Fudge, make it 6-all.
6-6-2.
Oh, that ball was that ball was probably going in.
Yeah.
With the pace on that one, there was a good chance.
Yes. Wind wasn't going to stop that.
No.
Side out for Oshiro and Rane. 6-6-1. A little bit too much angle. Another point for Oshiro and Rane. 7-6 as they try to inch towards forcing a decisive game 3.
That's
nice roll there from Rane for the point.
Such a good pull by Millie Rane, and she holds that on her paddle to the very last second and almost gets a commit to the sideline, and then that opens up the middle perfectly for her.
8-6-1.
Barr just stepping in to take that ball away.
Well, much better job by her coming up after her return and not getting caught in the transition area.
8-6-2. Backhand error forces the side out.
Which just seems to be who's going to put the pressure on first.
Yeah.
And whoever does is coming out on top
Well,
right now.
again, it's whichever team is setting the tempo.
Rane going for the forehand speed up. Cannot believe she missed it. Point to Barr and Fudge.
Rane looked like she wanted to take a bite out of her paddle because she had an opportunity there to go right at the body of Susannah Barr.
That time gets it right at Barr's feet.
Perfect spot there from Millie Rane to finish that.
7-8-2. 7-8-2. Oshiro getting a little bit big at the kitchen line, and we're tied at 8.
Yeah, she had an opportunity there. I think Barr hit another out ball right there with the pace that was coming off of Oshiro's paddle, but she's got that ball to pop up. She's got on top of it too much.
Three-point run, and Barr and Fudge are back in the lead.
Turning defense into offense right there. She was on her heels right there, just trying to get out of trouble, and then finally able to counter herself.
Barr going right back to the feet. That brings up match point.
I will say this. It is a little chaotic right now.
But it feels like chaotic points might be where Fudge and Barr thrive because they're so confident in one another.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're the ones that are getting on top of the ball, and when things scramble, they kind of stay a little bit more composed. For Oshiro and Rane, it's just like, you know, it's dodging and darting and everything's going on, and the things just get too hectic.
Oshiro and Rane calling a timeout, facing match point, trailing in game 2, 10-8. Have to have a stop here.
Yeah, obviously,
yeah.
We got to get a stop here.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
They got to get a stop. They got to get a stop here. And
take your shots.
Well, I was going to ask you what they need to do, but
we're on 2 as well, I believe.
On 2? Yes, we are on 2. Yes, so I mean, yes.
So one stop, and we get a side out, and hopefully get to hold.
Oh, top edge.
Nice reset from Bobbi.
Oh, and Barr cannot make it.
Great reset in the middle of that from Bobbi Oshiro.
8-1.
Oh, still makes it.
Wow.
What a play.
That ball was flying out. Oshiro couldn't get out of the way.
Nine, 10-1.
Again.
That time, Fudge is able to put it away.
Well, and it's on the reach and speed up from Susannah Barr, and the ball was in between, and it wasn't a great speed up, but it was in the right spot, and then Fudge gets to put away.
9-2.
Return error off the paddle of Susannah Barr, tied at 10 now.
10-2.
Oh, hit another out
Tense
ball.
moments as Barr goes for another out ball. And that brings up game point now for Oshiro and Rane.
11-10-2.
Oh, that was an out ball too.
Oshiro on the around the post. Fudge moving over, but it's a 4-point run to end game 2. We will go the distance here on championship court. Winner take all game 3 coming up in the women's doubles winners bracket final here at the 2023 APP Dallas Open.
18 years from tonight, Grant Gill will become a legend when he totally kills it at his improv class's graduation performance. Knees will be slapped. Suds will be sprayed. People won't know what hurts more, their cheeks or their sides. That's why he's already keeping himself in shape and razor sharp today with health tips and wellness tools from AARP to help make sure his health lives as long as he does. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
APP is presented by Pickleball Magazine, Vlasic, Drip Drop, and AMN Healthcare.
Welcome back to Championship Court. This was the final point of Game 2 that forced the decisive Game number 3.
A little round the post there from Bobbi Oshiro. Fudge trying to come out and defend it.
An immediate side out.
Yeah, Barr just rushing that drop. Comes out flat off the paddle.
Wow. Rane almost reset that perfectly.
Some really powerful counters there. 0-0-2.
Oh.
Right through the 5-hole goes Oshiro for the point.
I think there was only one dink in that right there. Yeah, only one dink in that point. Just coming out, putting the pressure on, and that high-paced tempo.
Barr going right back into the body of Bobbi Oshiro to earn the side out.
Yeah, it's that little inside-out forehand where you don't know exactly where it's going, and she goes to the left foot nicely.
Rane can't make the pickup.
So when Fudge and Barr get the ball to neutral, meaning it's 50-50, all four ladies are at the kitchen line, they're more or less in control when they want to speed up. It's when Rane and Oshiro create the chaos like this where they usually get the advantage. Sorry, that's commentator jinx right there on Oshiro and Rane.
Uncharacteristic forehand air off the paddle of Bobbi Oshiro. Rane, it's the second time we've seen her do that. Doesn't try to do too much. That nice forehand right back through the middle.
Yeah, it's all about the spot there, and it's all about the shape and the roll of that ball.
Barr puts it away through the middle for another point.
Well, that's the ball movement that creates that pop-up. Ball into the middle, ball out wide. Ball into the middle, ball out wide. Eventually that ball gets behind Rane, creates the pop-up. Barr reaches in. Good attack.
3-1-2.
Nice response there from Bobbi Oshiro to earn the side out.
Yeah, good side out there. Good setup by Rane, and then Oshiro with that backhand put away, going again at the right hip of Megan Fudge.
1-3-1.
1-3-1. Rane trying to speed up a lower ball.
Well, there's a difference between, being aggressive and being overly aggressive, and that's overly aggressive right there because that ball's almost on the ground when Millie Rane is trying to speed that ball up. Don't mind the aggressiveness, but again, it does still have to be at the right time.
That's a better time to put a ball through the middle.
But the hole was open, though, and again, it comes down to the ball movement. It's whether you can pinch middle and then push out wide.
2-3-2.
Just finding some space in the back of the court. That's a monster forehand from Millie Rane.
Yeah, good spot right in the corner. Dots it perfectly.
3-3-2.
Oh.
Inside. Was that frack inside out?
No, she was just falling back.
All right.
That's the fadeaway right there.
Fadeaway, but with a good angle, and just gets out of the reach of Millie Rane.
Since we're in Dallas, I guess we'll call that the Dirk Nowitzki.
Megan Fudge not happy with that let cord winner.
3-3-2.
So you watch, Susannah Barr doesn't hit this third like well. She hits it to the spot knowing that Bobbi Oshiro was late getting there on the uncoil.
Just rushed that one. Barr coming in with the backhand push, but a little too much movement.
Well, miscommunication. Edge guard ball sails long. Second server.
3-4-2.
Barr with the forehand earns the side out. This is the first match to go the distance here on championship court. For women's doubles winners bracket final. Wynn took that one off of the paddle, and Oshiro immediately with the forehand.
Yeah, and Susannah Barr let one go.
I did see that. Maybe that's more of the...
And that's it right there. It's a good decision. Well, that's a good drop right there. Pressure again. It's the same thing as Oshiro getting up there late again.
I can say that the wind has picked up a little bit as I get engulfed by the back of out 10. Like
Yes.
I'm standing in the back here to grab shade, and it's definitely picked up and definitely pushing a lot more.
So you had a real shift in momentum right there. You had a couple uncoils by Rane and Oshiro where they get caught on two drops from Barr. Then you have the overhit with the wind behind them, and now it's a 6-3 lead, and in control are Barr and Fudge. But again, we've seen this before, and we've seen Rane and Oshiro fix that.
If there's one thing that's impressed me most about the way that Oshiro and Rane have played today, it's their ability to weather runs by their opponent. They don't seem phased at any point when multiple points go against them.
Yeah, they were down against Georging and taught both games, and came back and won in two, and looked really impressive. Now, they didn't do it in game one. Obviously, they lost, but they do it in game two. They were facing a match point and fought it off, and then won that second game. And now down 6-3, we're going to see what they're made of right here.
Time in.
6-3-1.
6-3-1.
Rane went through the middle. It was called long.
It was very close.
It was close, but the call will stand.
It's that hole that Millie Rane has exposed a few times.
Fudge comes up short on the third.
Yeah, the ball just died by the time she got to it.
7-3-2.
Able to adjust once off the net cord, not twice, side out.
Yeah, good trigger pull there from Rane. It's a little lucky with the net cord, but then that gives her a little bit easier ball coming back from Fudge that she can go right into the body.
The ball ends up underneath the bleachers, so that one is lost.
I would say a souvenir for someone.
Yes.
A baseball game.
Oh, they'll just walk around and grab it. You can access those bleachers.
3-7-1.
Rushed it.
You could.
We haven't seen that much from Millie Rane, rushing a drive like that. She's been under control and playing really well. Oh, ball got on Susannah Barr really quick into the wind.
Not sure if she thought that ball was going to go out, and it just happened to drop in.
Again, it's deja vu with Millie Rane right there, rushing that ball.
Standing up on top of it, hitting it, and trying to get it off the paddle before Fudge and Barr can get into position.
There's the overhead of Bobbi Oshiro. First one she's been able to go after here in this match. Barr putting it right at the feet of Bobbi Oshiro for another point, 8-4.
Well, and Barr was ready for that speed up from Rane. Knew with the step back that she was going to be aggressive and go at the body. She counters that one down at Oshiro.
Ooh. Megan Fudge would have not been very happy at all if that came back over.
No one's going to be happy with the way that ball rolls, regardless. Oh, forehand winner from Fudge, splits the middle.
Wow, what a ball right there, and what a time. Got Millie Rane pushed to the sideline just enough on the serve. She sees the hole in the middle. Clean winner.
And it brings up match point for Barr and Fudge. Oshiro pushes it long, and Barr and Fudge withstand Bobbi Oshiro and Millie Rane. They will be moving into Championship Sunday. We will hear from the winners when we return here on Championship Court. This is the 2023 APP Dallas Open.
Retirement. It's not all one big vacation. It's great to find purpose by trying a new activity. Keep an active social life, but don't forget to make new friends too. As always, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Ah, isn't it wonderful to be retired?
And taking a look back here of the drive from Megan Fudge, splitting the middle. Millie Rane not able to catch up to it. It's Megan Fudge and Susannah Barr moving on to Championship Sunday. Dominic Catalano's courtside.
Wow, ladies, first and foremost, congratulations. Moving on to Championship Sunday. Megan, it was a battle right there with Bobbi Oshiro, Millie Rane. They came out really guns blazing. What's your game plan going in against that?
Yeah, I mean, they both played really, really well. Bobby's defense there in the second just caught us a little off guard, but I should have known better. But kudos to them. They played a phenomenal game, and we had to get back to work in the third and hit our spots again and get back into it.
And Susannah, with your third shots being on like that, it really sets up Megan. Is that something you guys are going to continue to do moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. That's one of our plans. She's a lot faster than I am, and so if I can sit back and hit targets and she can crash, it works in our favor.
All right, well, congratulations, ladies. Moving on to yet again another championship Sunday. You get the rest of the night off, so nice for you guys. We'll take a quick commercial break from the APP Dallas Open. Next up on Championship Court, men's pro doubles winner bracket final. Don't go anywhere.